Sécurité, 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 35-foot vessel, 13-foot beam, upbound through the Kirkfield Cut, coming off of Mitchell Lake, heading towards the Kirkfield lift lock, standing by on 1-6. So, why did I film that for you? There are many boaters that are following my channel who fly these very waters, and if you haven't yet, might be thinking of doing so. When one enters this area around the Kirkfield lift lock, there are signs as you approach from either way, strongly suggesting that vessels over 40 feet call a Sécurité, and it is because it's very narrow in spots. And not only narrow in spots, the sides are kind of jaggedy and stick out, so what may seem like a 80-foot wide channel might only be 50 feet or less, and trust me, it's less than 50 feet wide in many spots. So please people, when you're traveling on the water by boat, have your VHF radio on, monitor channel 16, and listen for Sécurités, understand what it means, understand where you are in your position on the water, which direction you're heading, and just so to avoid any conflicts on the water. When I say conflict, I mean approaching a boat that's bigger than you and having issues, which we had a situation as we were coming downbound here a couple of days ago, 3 days ago I guess it is now. There was a boat, a looper, coming up from the States, and no, didn't call any Sécurité, so we met him in the channel as they come around the corner. Oh, looks like a big boat. Yeah, it looks like a big boat. So I called him on the radio, just gave him a heads up, and I said, the vessel heading upbound towards Kirkfield off of, Balsam Lake, I'm gonna hold back, because we were committed to keep going forward, but there was a little bit wider area, and I said, I'm just gonna hold back until you pass me, so we're not rubbing up against the trees. Moment of silence, and the reply was, are you talking about the boat heading northbound on the Trent? No, I was talking about the boat heading upbound on the Trent. Now I know, I would imagine that a lot of loopers coming from the States, in their mind, they think they're traveling through Canada, everything is north. Where in actual fact the Trent Severn Waterway generally runs from the southeast to the northwest. So many times you're not heading north, you're heading either north or east or west. So it's always best to understand whether you're heading upbound, upstream, or downbound, downstream, because then you don't have to worry about your directions as far as north, south, east, west. And at that time, when I was speaking to that gentleman, when he said he was heading northbound, in fact, he was heading due west, because I was facing 90 degrees due east towards him, which means he was facing towards me west. So again, just have that in your mind. Listen for Sécurités, call Sécurités, and understand whether you're going upbound or downbound. It's upbound and downbound is very straightforward on the Trent Severn Waterway. If you are heading towards the Kirkfield lift lock, you are heading upbound. If you're heading away from the Kirkfield lift lock, you're heading downbound in both directions, because Kirkfield is the apex of the system. So if you're coming from Lake Ontario towards Kirkfield, you're heading up in locks, and you're gaining elevation all the way along, so you're heading upbound, upstream. And same thing if you're coming from Georgian Bay back this way, you're heading upstream towards Kirkfield. And obviously once you hit Kirkfield, you're heading downstream. And that's why the markers change color. And I'll show you that real quickly here. I know I pointed out in one of my Trent Severn Waterway tip videos in the past, but I'll show you again what I'm talking about. Beautiful day on the boat. Now, as I had mentioned, the Trent Severn Waterway, one heading this way is heading upstream, which doesn't matter which direction you're coming, because this is the apex at the very top there. That is considered the height, or sorry, the top, the apex of the Trent Severn Waterway, the highest elevation off of sea level. And so as you can see, when one approaches this way, the markers change. So coming from this way towards there, you would have been heading upstream, which red on the right. But now as you're heading downstream, they just let you know, remember the greens will be on the right and left on the red because you are heading downstream. And the same thing will show up, but in opposite on the other side. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe so you don't miss any of the new videos coming out. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Daily updates there, and always lively conversation on Facebook, so you don't want to miss it. And you can also follow us at boatsbeachesandbars.com, where you can find even more links to all sorts of neat things, including our online store. And you'll find all the links to everything mentioned up here, down there in the description, so you'll have no excuse not to follow along. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.